I am Jessica Chennault, and this is the first episode of the Sleepy Moons podcast. My guests are Courtney Nale and Mikayla Langford. Courtney and Mikayla are two moms that I helped sleep train their babies, and we just built friendships. I connected them during the process. They're both content creators, and so we're going to talk about motherhood, content creation, sleep training, and just life. I'm sure there'll be a lot of rambling, but if y'all want to introduce yourselves.
Yeah. My name is Courtney. I am a first-time mom to a baby boy who is 7 months old, Rush. I was struggling mentally with postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety, and it really was just sleep-related. And I met Jessica online, and she basically saved my whole relationship with my marriage. And she was just such a blessing to us, and I feel like I'm back to myself before postpartum, and it's been great.
Yeah. Mikayla.
Okay.
Go ahead, Courtney.
My name is Mikayla. And I'm a second-time mom. It feels like the first time all over again because they are 10 years apart, and so much has changed since 10 years ago. And I struggled with infertility for 7 years to get pregnant with my daughter. Clara is 8 months old next week, which is crazy. Yeah. Christian is 10. He'll be 11 in November. Jessica actually reached out to me about sleep training because she had seen me complaining all over TikTok. And she's been amazing. Like, I don't think that I did not struggle with postpartum depression or anxiety or anything like that, but I did struggle with sleep. And so I'm just so thankful that she reached out to me because it has been a complete game changer in my entire life. So
What was your remind me, because it's been a minute.
Yeah, it has.
What were your nights like before you reached out to me?
So Rush is breastfed, and he was getting up, I'm not even kidding, every hour and 45 minutes for 3 months. It was horrible. My husband and I would be yelling at him in the middle of the night. He's like, it was so bad, and he would only go back to sleep with the breast, and I was drained. I was waking up with clogged ducts because if he slept longer than an hour and 45 minutes, I was already ready to feed him at an hour and 45 minutes. And so Nate, my husband, who wanted to jump in and help, he never was able to, which kind of hurt our relationship, also hurt my baby's relationship with Nate. And it was absolutely horrible. I dreaded nights when the sunset hit. It was like the sundown scaries all over again. Yeah. Like that freshly postpartum, 2-week blues, baby blues that you get. It was 24/7.
Yeah,
it was
go away.
Horrible. Yeah. Horrible.
And then a little bit, y'all were very nervous for sleep training just because of Nate's childhood, and y'all had a lot of reservations.
Right.
And Courtney and I did the consult, just us, and she's like, I think you've got to talk to my husband. And then she was like, and is your husband available? Yes. So we were supposed to have a consult at 8 o'clock p.m. after my kids went to bed. And Rush did not go to bed until 9:30. They started bedtime at 7, and she just kept saying, she's like, I'm so sorry, we're running behind. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Still can't talk right now. Yeah. And at 9:30, she's like, are you up? I was like,
you
let's
up.
do it. Yes.
Yeah.
And so Derek and I went into my office, and we FaceTimed her and Nate. Yeah. And Nate was one dad that probably had some of the most questions.
Yeah.
He just wanted to know, it was so sweet though, because he wanted to know how it was going to help her. And how that stood out a lot during the process, because he's like, Rush is good, but how do I help Courtney?
Yeah.
And so that was cool.
No, it really was, my husband grew up in the orphanage in Russia, and so he knows that he was left alone to cry a lot, and so that was the perception we had on sleep training. And so we were just worried, emotionally, what it would do to him, all of this. We obviously didn't want to neglect in any way, but we're struggling so bad, and Jessica just kind of helped us to see that's not what sleep training is, and gave us a whole new idea of it, and just a better perspective on it, and just really changed our lives. And I don't think my husband would have ever got on board until he talked to you and realized you were a good person who loved babies.
Yeah, I actually like babies more than adults most of the time.
Exactly.
And then with you, Clara wasn't waking up all night long, but she was in your bed.
So she would wake up at anywhere from 3 to 5. And like she would go down at night, perfectly fine, would sleep until 3 to 5, and then 3 to 5, I couldn't handle it. So I went and I got her and I brought her into my bed. And those 3 to 5s, oh my goodness, those were the worst hours of sleep of my life. Like she would go back to sleep. We had no trouble with, I've kept saying this over and over again, like she is a great sleeper. She sleeps great. But when she is in my bed, sis is rolling. Sis is throwing arms back and forth. Like,
a little baby can start taking up a lot of room.
Oh my gosh. And so, see, I just have a hard time.
It's okay.
This is
But like,
no,
after,
it is. It's hard,
so like after that, like when you tried to sleep train a little bit,
yes,
and
okay,
like I try really hard not to push sleep training on people. Like I want it to be your idea, because if the parents aren't ready, then it's not going to be successful. Like you've got to be good so that your babies can be good. And so I messaged her because I had watched her post that she was trying, and then she'd end up in the bed, and I was like, if you want to, I would really like to help you if you will document your journey, because I suck at social media. And so she was like, deal, freaking deal. Can we start in 2 hours? Because it's almost bedtime.
You're like, save me tonight.
I was at Home Depot buying the blackout shades at the moment we were on the phone. Like I was like, getting the shades, yes, and she wakes up at 3 to 5 and she tosses and turns the rest of the night.
Yes. And so, I mean, Claire, like night one, slept through the night with the feeds that we put in.
Yeah.
And then that was great. Like she was so easy. But both of y'all had uh-ohs after we sleep trained. Both babies hit regressions. Yeah. Claire got really sick.
Really.
And so that was like
teeth.
And teeth all at one time. And I saw a video of how tired you were, and I was like, not trying to be pushy, but I will help you. And she's like, will you help me again? And I was like, yes, I will.
And same with me.
Yeah,
you helped me.
Same thing.
I got back on the app.
I was like, yeah, Courtney
put me back on the
She
app.
asked me, and I was like, I don't think I need it. Let me just take it day by day. I'll let you know.
I love it.
Courtney was like, can I get back on the app so you can see what's going on? And I was like, yes, absolutely. And so got back on the app, shifted some naps, and now we're all flowing again.
Yeah, all through the night.
Yeah.
What is the hardest part about starting sleep training?
My husband.
Because that's his baby girl.
Let me just put it out there.
In what way? In what way?
Oh my gosh, one peep, go get her. Do not let her
Sweet baby.
say a single, like, do not let her cry one single time.
Do not let her wake up.
Don't let her whimper. Like, if she whimpers, if she even starts looking for the passy, go find it for her, go put it in her mouth, go calm my baby down. And so that really was, he can't see how great it is because he's so focused on the turmoil for her. And I wouldn't even call it turmoil.
Yeah, exactly. We're not leaving our babies in there. Yeah.
Sorry. That is what he thinks it is, though. He thinks she's in turmoil, and she is not. She is stubborn.
Even in like your TikTok videos, like if she's in the bouncer whimpering, you see Zach in the background, like out of the bouncer, baby ain't crying.
Like
that's funny.
Like controversial, but we do get shots, and he hates it. He's like that mean nurse. She's so mean.
It's her job.
She's so mean to my baby. Please.
Yeah, she's fine.
That's his baby.
When she's a teenager.
Oh, I'm so scared for my life.
There's something different about girls and boys, because since I have both, I've watched Derek, like Brooks is his little best friend. That's his little buddy.
Right.
But do not do anything to Lennon. Don't even think about messing with her at all costs. And he's like that with Brooks too, but like Lennon, there's just something, he's like, daddy's baby. And like I'm asking Lennon now, I'm like, are you mama's baby? And she'll say, daddy's baby. And I'm like, okay.
Like, I will say that's the part about, like, me and Zach have been married for 8 years, so he came into Christian's life when he was like 4 months old. And so he's been there since he was an infant. And so the difference, you know, some people will say, oh, well, it's because it's not his biological child. No. He's just like tough. Yeah. And then it comes to Clara, and he just completely melts into a puddle. And he's like, what can I do to serve you?
Okay, I want a girl.
I want a girl.
I'm about to call Nate.
I think getting to know Nate enough through this process, that man will be just as broken as our husbands are with a girl. There's nothing. kind of told me, like, since we completed sleep training and all the things, like, what are, other than your child getting the rest that their bodies need, like, what are some benefits that have come to y'all personally, like, through this process?
Yeah.
Because I know what yours is going to be.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I finally feel like, not that my marriage was struggling before, but I feel like we never got to connect. Like, that was the biggest thing, like emotionally having a conversation, looking each other in the eyes. How was your day? Things like that. And now when we put Rush to sleep at night, we'll walk around the block. And it's like, we can still see him in our monitor because the Wi-Fi it's just amazing. It's the best thing in the world. And it's like, you said something one time and I was so resonated with it. It was like, I feel like every single night at the end of the night, we had a date.
Yeah.
And it's like, we don't have to necessarily get a babysitter now to like escape. It's like our baby is sleeping, so we can just like have a conversation.
You can remember that you like each other.
Yes. I'm like, you weren't the problem.
Yeah, it wasn't you at all.
Yeah, it wasn't Rush either. But
I've had to have those moments too. I'm like, oh, it wasn't you. You were great. It was probably me, and I was just really sleepy.
Right.
Sorry about
what
that.
I said when I was tired and I didn't sleep. Yeah.
For you, what's it been?
So our dynamic is different because it is currently hay season.
Correct.
It is hay season. My husband also owns a aerial application business where he sprays crops and stuff with and land with a drone. And so there are most nights he does not get home until 9, 10 o'clock. So really for me, it's more of I get to enjoy my bath. I get to sit in bed and watch a show. And I get to eat dinner in my bed. And it is like, it's magic. I've started doing crossword puzzles at night. Like, I'm like an old woman.
We're officially at that age.
Yeah.
I'm 30, and so now I do crosswords.
And you're getting time to like Christian showing
Yes.
cattle right now.
Oh, wow.
And so
Yes,
you're getting to like enjoy that more, I feel like.
Yes. And Clara has never been put to bed by anyone else. Other people have tried. It's just not successful. She's a mama's girl. Like, she wants her mama. And so there's sometimes that I will put her to bed, and then like my mother-in-law will come over or my sister-in-law will come over and she'll stay with her, and I'll get to go watch Christian show because 90% of the time he's showing at 11 o'clock at night. So, but all that to say, during the week, I don't really see my husband a lot.
No.
It's okay. It's not like a bad thing.
Right,
I don't want anyone to be like, oh my gosh, like her marriage is probably struggling.
No, he's working.
We're fine.
We're good.
No,
and he gets to come home and rest because
Yes.
he's worked all day.
Right.
Yes,
And he leaves at 4 or 5 in the morning.
3:30, 3:45
That's
is when his alarm starts going off. Yeah. And so
that'd be hard.
with that being said, when Clara went through her regression, whenever we'd stopped talking about sleep training and I'd gotten off the app, she had graduated. And then literally the next week she had the regression, and I was like, oh my God, she's not graduated.
Yeah.
She's not. She is absolutely not. Yes, and so there was one night that she was up so many times, and I was like, Zach, you've got to help me. And usually I don't bother him because, like I said, he leaves at 4 in the morning, and 90% of the time he is not home until 9 o'clock at night. Yeah. And so I do not wake him up in the night if she wakes up. That is not ever going to happen. I'm not one of those. I'm not a dad should do the same amount of work as mom. No. I don't agree.
He's working a lot more hours.
Yeah, different roles.
Yeah.
And so he would get home and we would go to bed, whatever. Clara would wake up at 3 or 1 and 3 and 5 and so it got to the point so bad that I was like, no, you have to go make a bottle.
Yeah.
Like, you have to wake up. You have to go make a bottle.
Help me.
This man fell asleep standing up making a bottle.
That was the best TikTok ever.
It took him 12 minutes.
Stop. I haven't seen it. I need to go watch it.
Standing at the
12
counter making
I was like, what is going on? What is
That
going on?
is the best thing I've ever
What
heard.
is taking so long?
You're
And
like,
she's
Jessica?
like tossing and turning, and like I'm trying to get her calmed down. I'm trying to get her back to sleep. I'm like, he's been gone 12 minutes, and finally he comes back and he's like, I'm sorry, I just kind of dozed off. I'm like, standing there?
Not with a bottle in his hand.
Standing there?
Yeah.
It's not like we have to wait. We don't have to wait on the bottle warmer or anything.
Right. Oh, good thing you didn't drop the bottle because y'all use glass bottles.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I could just imagine.
Yes.
glass
He was like,
Zachary
at first,
Paul.
he was like, I didn't know how many scoops I did, so I had to remake it again, and It's a whole thing.
Bless
it really
him.
is. Like,
That is funny.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
What is something like that you've noticed about your babies, like since completing sleep training? Like, yes, controversial. It's great for us as parents, but like, it's for these babies. Like, their bodies need rest. I don't care if people co-sleep or sleep train. Like, I don't care what people do. I just care if moms are good.
Yeah.
And I mean, dads too, they count. But for me, my heart is for moms.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what makes it for your babies too, though? Because so many people think that sleep training can be a selfish thing. And I'm like, there's so much to it. I get a lot of messages that aren't always nice about like, do you just make babies cry? And I'm like, no, I stop them from crying and I stop moms from crying.
Yeah.
So
Everybody stops crying.
yeah, everybody's done crying. So like, what have you noticed like differences in y'all's kids since sleep training?
Well, I think I told you this. It was like the third night Rush had slept through the night, and he woke up one day and was like making these gasping noises. And I called Jessica and I was like, he can't breathe. He has asthma. Something is wrong. I ended up calling the pediatrician.
5 months old?
No, I
Was
literally
he
was like, he has
5
asthma.
months?
He literally has asthma. Yes.
We were at the
And
5 month
yes,
mark.
I was so worried. I had my little oxygen on his finger. I'm like, it says 100. What's going on? So I called the pediatrician, had like same day sick appointment. They were like, oh, he's just making funny noises. Jessica had literally just told me, now that he's getting sleep, he's going to like, jump like in milestones.
Milestones are gonna start hitting back to back to back.
Yes, I mean, he
Courtney's
literally,
like sending me video after
I literally
video.
was like, watch this. Don't tell me this is normal, Jessica. Something is wrong.
He was just like using his throat more. He was just, he was finding his
And then he would
voice.
laugh at me, and I was like, you can't breathe and you're laughing. Like, something's not right. So that's the biggest thing. I think which sounds so funny, but he started doing stuff that I'm like, he started planking. Like out of nowhere. And I know that's him getting ready for crawling, but I was like, he's sleeping, so he has muscles now.
Yeah,
He's
his
strong.
body was just,
he was
his nervous
tired.
system was getting the rest that it needed to learn all of those new skills. And I guess like me being a pediatric therapist too, like, and working with kids in PT, I'm like, I can tell what babies sleep good and what babies don't. And so, that's something.
And he was always
people
fussy.
just don't realize.
Like, it was a comical thing when I was with friends with their other babies. They'd be like, oh, Rush, don't pout. Like, it was always, Rush, don't pout. And I'm like, oh my God, he's always pouting. He's always fussy. But he was just tired. Like, I really think he was sleep deprived. Like, and then it's more loving to teach him how to love his crib. Like,
because it's a good relationship with sleep.
Yeah.
Like, they've got to do that forever. Brooks is 3, and he's still in his crib, and he is feral. He could crawl out if he wanted to. Like,
he loves it.
He loves it. We tried to let him out of his crib, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I didn't get the bedroom door shut, and I had just put the mattress on the floor, didn't get the door shut, and he started screaming, I need my crib to sleep. I was like, oh, okay, so great. So he's back in the crib, and we have a boundary again. So I'm like, it was a win for all of us. He learned he wasn't ready, and I'm not ready either. He's still my baby.
Yeah.
But what about Clara? Because she's always just been a happy baby.
She's just the best.
Love that.
Yeah.
Like,
Even when she's sleep deprived.
I have no notes when it comes to Clara. And Christian was the same way. I was just not in the same place as I am now to be able to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Now, like, looking back, I'm like, oh, God gave me Christian because he knew I was going to be going through it. That's why Christian was so good. But then I got Clara, and I'm like,
where's the trick?
Maybe I just produce good babies. Hopefully, fingers crossed on the next one, if we're able, like, they're the same way. I would bet not.
No one gets lucky 3 times in a row.
I know, I was going to say, that would be crazy. You're God's favorite.
Always just been so good. Like, I've never had any complaints. Like, other moms are like, my kid's just never stops crying or is, not hitting milestones or whatever. But I will say a few different things. She's excited to get in the crib, like you said with Bruce. Like, when I lay her down and I start putting her sleep sack on her, she's like kicking. She's like excited to go to sleep.
So
she knows
sweet.
Exactly what the crib is for. She knows exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And she loves it. She loves taking a nap. She loves bedtime. So I think that's number one. That is a huge, huge thing. And then something that I really recognized the other day was that people have been telling me since starting sleep training, and I know this is like, oh, her age, whatever, but we started sleep training at 6 months, I think, and ever since she started sleeping completely through the night, no wake ups, people have said over and over again, she tracks stuff very well. Like her eyes, like her brain is like tracking and documenting every single thing that passes. And I'm like, well, that doesn't just hit at 6 months. I feel like that should hit like, 4 or 5. And so I think that honestly her sleeping through the night has really helped with like her brain in general, like is just refreshing. Like I don't even know how to explain it honestly.
She's just her brain is rested, her nervous system is rested, so she's able to be more aware of what's like going on around her. Versus when babies are overtired, they produce cortisol, and I say that probably 20 times a day to parents to reason through like why these wake ups are happening or these, but it's true. And think about us when we're in fight or flight and cortisol mode all day long. It's a lot. It's hard to just focus in on our family or whatever we've got going. And same thing for babies. Like when her body is just full of cortisol, like there's only so much that like she can process at the time. And when they rest, that cortisol just depletes. That's why, I'm not one of those hardcore like 7 o'clock bedtime unless that's what works for you. I love it. I love between 7 and 8 because then that gives me 8 to 10 to take a shower. Check on all my moms because from like 7 to 9:30, I'm on the phone. Like I am talking to moms. I think I have 24 babies going right now.
That's amazing.
It's so
really amazing.
It's so hard to say no though because it's like
you know what it's like.
I know you're having a mental breakdown, and I know you're failing at sleep training, and I know I've got a few tips that can probably make your life a lot easier. And so it's hard to say no.
Oh.
But it's fun.
Not all heroes wear capes?
No, some just wear pajamas and hang out on the phone. Let's talk about y'all's content stuff. So Mikayla
you go first.
Yeah. You've got you had a video just take off.
Yes.
And that's where a lot of that came
amazing.
from. But when she started documenting Sleepy Moons, I was getting calls for consults from clients all over the U.S. Like, I have Montana babies, Alabama, Florida. I had an Arizona. I had a Chicago baby, Minnesota.
That's so crazy.
Tons of Texas babies. So a lot of that came from us just like working together. Blew up Sleepy Moons a little bit for me. So thanks. Appreciate you.
That's so sweet. That's so great.
I think that I started doing content because, there's kind of surrounding being a mother, you don't get your photo taken very often. People don't take videos of mom. Mom takes videos of dad with the baby, and like I told y'all, my husband's never home to take pictures of me.
He's working.
We're never awake at the same time. And so I think that's where it stemmed from, was wanting to have those memories and like wanting to be able to look back, because I am my favorite content creator. I'm sorry. I love to go back when Clara was first born. I will go rewatch all of those videos. Like I'll spend hours doing it. Because it's like you don't realize it in the moment. You think that you're just creating content to become a content creator, to then make money, to hopefully, do whatever you want to do with it. And mine was really just to document. Like a video diary is what I think
we're not
bio
carrying around
says.
camcorders. Like our parents did back in the day.
And
the big ones on our
And you never know who's holding the camera, like you're saying. Like,
and so a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, that's so much work. And in a sense it is, but for me the work is editing. The work is not videoing. I know exactly, I set my camera up in the exact same spot every single morning. I know exactly where it has to go. That's the easiest part, is the actual recording of it. And so I think that me sharing, my nighttime routine with my daughter whenever she was first born, and my morning routine, getting out of the house with a newborn. Like I feel like it's hard sometimes to relate to other content creators because they have the big house. They probably have the help behind the scenes that you don't see. They have more resources. And so to see someone that's from a town where 7-Eleven closes at 9, Family Dollar closes at 9:30.
And you're allowed to ride your side-by-side through town.
And I'm riding my side-by-side through town, because that's Clara's favorite, that's her favorite thing to do. And so
I love it.
I think it's more, I try to be as relatable as possible to the people who maybe are from my area, because I do feel like a lot of content creators, I do follow one person, her name's Sophie B. Do y'all follow Sophie B?
No.
Oh my gosh, y'all got to go follow her. She's adorable. She lives on a farm.
I love that.
anyway, I feel like, a lot of content creators are from bigger cities like where you're at.
Yeah.
And so it was harder for me to relate to some of them because I can't run to Target real quick and pick up formula. I can't, and so.
Target's 45 minutes from here.
45
No, totally.
minutes.
And it's just like, let me just jump in the car.
Yes,
I'm just going to run a quick errand.
Yeah, there's not a 24-hour store near me. Like I have no 24-hour stores around me. And so, I don't know, I just wanted it to be, I live in a non-aesthetic house. My house is not newly built. I think it was built in the 70s. We've tried to update it as we go. I just want to be as relatable as possible to people like me. I guess that's what I mean, is just like people like me.
Yeah.
Well, like we talked about that during sleep training, and she was like, do you want me to tell them everything? Like, there is crying in sleep training. I don't lie to y'all about that.
Right.
What we talk about is how to go in and support our babies, how to comfort them back to sleep with you in the room, you know, but keeping that boundary of in the crib and stuff. And she was like, do you want me to tell them everything? And I was like, tell them everything. Like
me sitting outside the door.
No,
that was
the best.
but it's true.
You started the night before me.
Yeah.
And she told me your handle, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Courtney was like, I need support.
I'm literally mirroring what is happening.
And so, I was like, no, don't lie. Like, tell them when it's a hard night. Tell them when we wean those feeds and it was a hard night. And so she was like, I always, like, that's something I love about you is you are straightforward, like, with your followers. Like, last night was one hell of a night.
It's hard. It is so hard. I can't fake it. I can't be like, I think that's why I haven't been showing up very well in the past week. It's just been really dark on the internet the past week. And so I've just had a hard time showing up, period. Like, I'm like, do I even want to post this morning vlog? Do I even want to post this bedtime routine? I recorded. I have a ton of stuff that I can post right now. It's just like showing up is hard right now. And so, like I was saying, like, it's just hard to like fake it. And that's just something that I cannot do. And I've said that multiple times. I cannot get on there and be like, Happy Thursday. It's not a happy Thursday. I did not have a happy Thursday. I had a horrible Thursday, actually. So that's what you're getting from me today. And I just want it to be real the entire time. And sleep training, Clara is easy. It's my kid. She's what's easy about it. The sleep training, it's not always easy. It's hard.
If it were easy, everyone's babies would sleep all night.
Yes, exactly.
But you do put the hard work in. You know what I mean? Like,
it's fun to see your kids achieve something.
At such a young age.
Because they do.
They need a trophy.
That's a skill, and sleeping is a skill. And so,
like Clara's finally not like waking up at all in the night. Like she's not even like waking
she's not
up
having those active sleep.
Yeah, she's not in her active sleep. She is like deep REM sleep.
It's the best.
And it's, oh my gosh, it's magical.
It's life-changing.
Let's talk about your content.
I would say, to piggyback off of you living in Dallas. I mean, these influencers. I mean, it is very intimidating. And I'm trying to break the mold, whereas, not to discredit you, I'm like, in a small town, I feel like I could really press into like relatability. But keeping up with the Joneses in Dallas is like a whole different world.
I've never even thought of that.
Yeah, because you're competing against every neighbor you've got is probably making content.
And it's, I think the tricky part is feeling like, you know, for years, I feel like on the brink of COVID, that's when like mommy bloggers, you know, like really blew up. And very quickly though, I feel like people are realizing you know, posting in a perfect manner is not sustainable. Like you can do it for like a year or even 2 years, but at some point, if you want it to become a job or income, like what you're doing is what's gonna like last, you know? And then like growing on different platforms is so tricky because what TikTok wants is not what Instagram wants.
I can't figure out Instagram.
So see, that's where I'm different. I'm like, I've been posting, I mean, I don't have a large following on Instagram, but I love posting content on Instagram, but you do TikTok so well.
Oh, thank you.
You really do. It is like, it's so rich. Your content's like rich and it's easy to consume.
No, I'll cry.
Even my husband has like complimented y'all's content though, because he was like, it's good. And I'm like, yeah, you're comparing it to mine. My content sucks. Mikayla called me one day and she's like, stop using your front camera. I was like, oh, okay.
I said, I'm about to get real with you like you got real with me about sleep training. And I'm about to be hardcore. Stop using your front camera.
And I was like, well, I don't have a trapod. And now I have a trapod and my kids are dragging it around the house talking about cheese.
Clara in her walker running into the
claps. Running into
She's like, hello, TikTok.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I just think that like, I feel like more space is getting made in the Dallas area. I mean, you see all these massive influencers. I remember when Danny Austin used to post like very perfect content, and she's opened up so much of the horizon. I mean, she made a swimsuit post of her like 3 weeks postpartum, and I was just like, this is so great, you know, because the perfection is not sustainable, and I feel like I'm starting to stomach that, and like it literally does not matter what your content looks like.
Well, one of my favorite things about your content, like especially as we started together, is when I started watching it, of course, and like you were so real about like your postpartum, and like I've worked with over 200 and I did my count the other day. I was like 238. I was at like 238 for a year, and that was a few weeks ago. So over 200 families, and like you really are one of the most severe postpartum mamas that I've worked with, and just to watch like you be so raw and real and unapologetic, like is so fun on your content because I've seen you grow a lot in 3 months.
Yeah,
and, like,
I think my initial phone call with her was I was like,
we both cried.
I am losing my mind. Like that's literally how it felt, and I don't know, the whole I did not think it would ever get better, and I realized, I mean, as crazy it was, I was so sleep deprived. Like I remember calling my mom being like, if somebody doesn't come and help me, like it was a cry for help, you know, and if somebody doesn't come and help me, like I might lose my mind. And it was all sleep related. As crazy as that is, like my hormones were shot.
I remember
lack of sleep.
FaceTiming. It was like day 4 or 5 after Rush started sleeping, and I was like, Courtney, you're a new person. And she's like, I know, am I just on like an adrenaline high right now?
And
or is this the new normal? And I was like, this is it.
I felt like a rush. And it's because also like, I don't even know what I was about to say. I just lost my train of thought. I think I felt, I was so anti-sleep training. That's like a whole, you know, and it was very humbling to be like, I am a better mom. Rush is a better baby. My marriage is like thriving more than it ever has.
It's fun. That's how I ended up here, like in Sleepy Moons. Like we sleep trained Brooks using an online program, and that was great. But as a pediatric therapist, I was like, I have questions. And then I'm like, I don't, you know, we like 7 o'clock during the week, but we have the biggest family ever. It's always someone's birthday. It's always a birthday dinner. It's a ball game. It's something. And I'm like, how do we shift things? How do we shift these naps? And those are things that like didn't necessarily come with the program that I learned. So I just kind of started studying it. And then I had a friend that introduced me to another friend who's now one of my very good friends, but her name is Erin, and she had a little boy, and she was like, I know nothing, but I need help. And I was like, well, I only know what I did with Brooks. And she said, it's more than what I know. So I helped her, and I got so much satisfaction, like out of knowing this is my first family ever. Like I did that, like I helped her. And then we would go to dinner with them, or like we would talk, and she's like, you got to do this, you got to make this a business. And I'm like, no, I'm good, I have a job, I love being a therapist. And then we had Lennon, and I had postpartum, and I don't think I realized how bad it was until I was out of it. And I mean, we sold our house, we moved into one of our rent houses, then we were going to build, and I was like, I am not mentally stable enough to build, so let's reroute this plan. And we bought, and then moving into there, it was just so much. But in the process of buying our current family home, I sleep trained Lennon, and it was hard. Like she was so easy, like less than 3 nights, and she was a perfect sleeper. She was never a bad sleeper. I just wanted to drop those night feeds, and I wanted her naps better. And so working with her, I was like, I need to do this a little more gentle than even I did with Brooks, because now I know how. And so I started doing it with her. And then my husband was like, make this a career. And I'm not an entrepreneur. When I am content, I am content. And I was so content. I was fine. And then he just kept on. And then I started helping a few other friends that knew that I'd helped Aaron. I was like, okay, maybe I should. And so it's been a year and 2 weeks, and now here we are at close to 250 families, and I don't do therapy anymore, and I have a home office, and I'm like, what happened in the last year? But it was so fun. But it's like moms like y'all that it's tiring, because I get a lot of phone calls and I get a lot of messages, but it's so fun to like sit here with y'all and see where we came.
No, it's so worth it.
See like her mental health go from like,
oh, dude,
to the bottom. Look at her, she's literally glowing. I'm like, do I actually have to sit next to her? I mean, come on.
No, it was so bad.
It's so fun.
You changed our lives for sure.
Thank you.
Well, it's crazy to me, like sitting here, because like it's like how you can help everyone, because sitting
Yeah.
here talking, like, we're so opposites.
Yeah.
Her husband's home. Mine's never home.
Yeah.
Right.
Her baby was fussy. Mine was never
Yeah.
fussy. She had horrible mental health.
Right.
Me, on a high. Still
Yeah.
on a high.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and so the fact that you can help both ends of the
Everything,
spectrum
yeah.
is just
Right.
amazing.
It's fun. It's
Can't
fun.
sing your praises enough.
I know.
Truly.
I know.
What is, so a couple more things before we wrap up, like, what would you say is the hardest part about content creation and like sharing your kids?
Yeah.
Because I know there's a lot of controversy. Like for me, my page is public, obviously, but like if someone follows it, that I'm like, you don't need to be here. I go block them. Like I control.
See my block list. We could scroll for hours and hours.
I control like my followers.
Yeah.
You know, I can't control who's like viewing
Right.
it, but don't think you're getting a free ticket. Like,
Right.
So how do
Right.
what are like some of y'all's non-negotiables, or you just kind of know that it's just social media and like it is what it is at this stage in our life? Like where are y'all at with that?
I'll let you talk on it first. 'Cause
Okay,
you're-
so I feel like in the middle. I have now began like at first I was like, oh, Clara in her diaper, because my brain doesn't think like a
crazy person.
Like a crazy
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
And so
Like a-
Clara
like
in
a
her
predator.
diaper is the cutest thing in the
I
entire
know.
world to me.
You want everybody to see it
I
because it's so
know,
cute.
and
Yeah.
so
My kids never wear clothes.
Yeah, and so like, but then people would say, oh my gosh, this has so many saves. Like I would have a video go viral and they'd be like,
That's
look at all the saves.
insane.
Look at all the times it was sent to someone. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. So like I've deleted several
Yeah.
videos from the past that I'm like, oh no, we're not
Right.
gonna do that.
Yeah.
And I've gotten to now where like if she's only in her diaper, like I'm covering her to move her to the
Right.
bathtub or whatever. Like she's covered from all the parts that need to be covered.
Right.
And so it's a hard thing because like I said, I want to have those memories and I want to look back on it, but also there are some people in the world that don't have
The
great
purest
intentions. So like I
intentions.
said, y'all should see my block list. It is, we could sit here and scroll the entire podcast
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the list of people that I have blocked.
Which is healthy for you, you
Yes.
know? Like,
I also have people that leave some crazy comments like,
You got some ugly ones when we were sleep training.
I did get ugly ones when we were sleep training. I got ugly ones when she was a newborn. Someone did not like the sleep setup that we had, and they told me that I was going to be planning my baby's funeral.
Yeah.
They commented that. They typed that out on their screen and hit send, and I was just like,
Yeah.
right, people have that capacity to do those things, and that's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
So all that to say, I don't know. I still don't know. I'm still figuring it out.
Right.
Like I learn every day. Every day I see a new video and I'm like, oh, that resonates with me. Like I need to change how I do this or how I let the public perceive this.
Right.
And it's hard. It's difficult, especially when you
is.
get those comments. You're like, wow.
Yeah, because
People have the
there was one on
capacity.
there. It was like, "Oh, you're so mean. Are you just letting her cry the whole time?
Yeah.
Or did you hire this lady to
Yeah.
tell you to let her cry?
Yeah.
well, then we
Or
wouldn't
something
need
like
you.
that.
Yeah.
Like,
If
Yeah.
I was if you want to just cry,
Yeah.
you don't need me because
Yeah.
I put a lot more into
Right,
it than letting your
right.
babies cry. So,
Right.
Yeah.
but yeah, there's a lot that comes with that.
It's hard. It is hard.
Yeah.
Because people don't hold back. And I think this week has shown that.
Yep.
People don't hold back. They don't care anymore.
Yeah.
They'll let you
There's
know
just
exactly
something
what-
about that screen in between
I know.
people.
It is.
Well,
they
and
feel
they
tough and mighty.
think they see like 30 seconds of a video and they know everything.
The
I'm
whole
like,
situation.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, how we
You have
got here.
No idea
Yeah.
what. So I
Yeah.
definitely have stopped doing certain things because of the way that it can be perceived, the way that it can be reused.
Right.
Is a big
Which is
thing
sad.
for me.
Like,
You know,
I have a
yeah.
bumper on Lennon's crib. However, she will be 2 in December.
Yeah.
And that's not deemed safe sleep when they're infants.
Right.
And I know that. I teach a safe sleep
Right.
class at the Paris Pregnancy Center here. I know that. I put that on as she got older because originally she was pulling up and I was worried about it, like her hitting the top of it.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I've gotten comments and it's like, you're a sleep consultant, you should know better. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I
Don't
do.
take 10
Thank
seconds.
you.
Yeah.
You don't know how long that's been on
Right.
there. And
Right.
I just don't understand
You know.
why people wouldn't just open up the floor for conversation
I
instead
know.
of just immediately attacking. It's just
Yeah.
immediately, let's go in for the kill instead of, hey, why do you do that?
Why
Yeah.
is that there?
What is
Yeah.
the reason for it?
now,
Right.
like my reason is because her crib is beautiful and it's metal
And
and
she's
it's
eating it.
cold.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I was gonna
she
say.
gets mad. Like if she
If it's
rolls
cold.
around and it like touches her
Yeah.
face or her
Yeah.
head in
Yeah.
her sleep, it's like it startles her.
Yeah.
And when
I was gonna
Lennon's mad. And so we got to keep her happy
Yeah.
as often as possible.
I was thinking maybe she
Sweetness.
would, you know,
Chewing on it.
Yeah,
Clara's
I've seen
chewing.
that.
She chew- No,
She's
neither one of
chewing.
mine have been chewers.
Rush is like sucking on his rods.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
sitting there.
Yeah,
He's
and I'm
exploring.
like, please don't do that. That was an expensive crew.
Yeah, exactly.
please no.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Anything like that you've experienced like with content that you're like, ugh.
Yeah,
Or just
I feel like
opinions?
something I'm thinking about, I feel like is coming down the pipe is, you post stuff and people automatically feel entitled
To say something.
to your life. Yeah, in the situation that comes up was like the horrific stuff with Emily Kaiser,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she was doing what everyone else is doing,
Right.
sharing her content.
her life.
And people automatically feel like inclined to like join in on tragedy, and it's like just because someone's sharing, their life doesn't mean that you
not
know what
entitled to
happened.
them.
Yes, you're not entitled to their decisions. You're not entitled to like conversations, and like, you literally know like this much of, this much of like what the content is. And so people just, I feel like they think that they're in that person's home, and then you always see like, oh well, they asked for it. They asked for the the critiquing because they're posting, and it's like that's not the case. Like this
Yeah.
could be in a creative outlet. It's not.
And a lot of the time, I mean, content creation has become a source of income.
Yeah.
Especially for moms that
Yeah.
want to be home
Yeah.
with their
babies.
kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, shout out, I love daycare.
Yeah.
We have the
Yeah.
best daycare in the world.
Yeah.
I want to be home with my kids
Yeah.
when it works.
Right.
And
Right.
because I want to give them my all. It's
Right.
hard to have my kids home and do my job and
Yeah.
talk to
No,
moms
yeah.
all day.
100%.
Like, what
so
works.
We have
Yeah.
the best daycare. My kids go to Calvary here in town, and they are heavenly. My kids cry when they have to go home sometimes. Like,
Aw.
literally
Yeah.
throw a fit. We drive past the daycare on the weekend, and they're like, I want to go. And I'm like, I wish you could.
It's the weekend.
would
Me too,
love
baby.
to
Me
take
too.
I wish you could. But yeah, like, content has just become a source of income for
Yeah.
moms that are
Yeah.
able, and memories. Like, you literally started this out of memories.
Yeah.
Which
is so
sweet. Yeah. Anything y'all want to add? Any questions?
Just that we love you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah.
else I can say.
I know,
Like, it's
I
the
know.
best thing ever.
I'm just
I
so
know.
thankful y'all came and like we got to do this.
I know.
And like I want to share this like with other moms. Like
Yeah.
that was the whole point. Like when we met
Right.
and started talking about this, like this is for other moms
Yeah.
to know. Like first off, yes, for Sleepy Moons, like I'm a real mom. I'm not going to tell you to do something with your baby that you're not comfortable with.
Right.
But
Yeah.
also like to see other moms from. Yes, y'all have some similarities, but y'all
Yeah.
are also
Yeah.
completely
Yeah.
opposite.
So
Yeah.
different.
And like it literally can be so good. And
Yeah.
if it's not for you, that's okay, but support your friends that it is
Right.
for. Like
Right.
one thing, yes, co-sleeping is not safe, and I get that, and I recognize that. I teach safe sleep, but I also recognize that all of our journeys are not the same.
Right.
But one thing I hate is how society is pushing towards making moms feel bad for sleep training.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, most moms that come to me, we don't have babies and just want to sleep train them. I'm not like,
Right.
I can't wait for you to be 4
Yes.
or 5 months. I can
Yes,
sleep train you. Like,
it's so true.
It comes from a point of I have to.
Yeah. You have no choice. Yeah.
90% of the time.
Yeah.
Like, some parents choose to before they get to that point. That was me with Lennon.
Yeah.
Because I had gotten to that point with Brooks.
Right.
My next baby, obviously, we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna start
Yeah.
some sleep training,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and lay those healthy sleep foundations. But sleep is a skill they have to have
Yeah.
for the
Well,
rest of
and
their
I
life.
think that is
Yeah.
like a really big thing that I would like for everyone to know is
Mm-hmm.
that Clara was a good sleeper. That was not.
Right.
But I didn't. The amount of information that I know now because of you is
Right.
just like sleep cycles, knowing
Yeah.
I told my friend the other day, she was like, I'm gonna go take a nap. I was like, make sure it's not 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It better be 15 minutes or it better be an hour and a half.
Because it'll make
if not,
your sleep cycles
you're-
off.
Yes,
Adult
Yeah.
sleep cycles are different.
the
Yeah.
amount of information that I have found,
true.
it's so helpful to know, and like foundations, and it's not just,
Yeah.
it's time for you to go to sleep, but why?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
why is now the time? And
Right.
so I think that that's very important. And so Clara, it was a good sleeper. She is a good sleeper. She's an excellent sleeper. And so even if your baby is a good sleeper,
Yeah.
you still need the information
Yeah.
that she's going to
Yeah.
tell you. Like, the amount of information that I know now that I would have never even blinked at.
That's
Yeah.
like what I like about how I do it differently. Because
Yeah.
like how many times are we sending voice memos or like
know.
hopping on a phone call?
Yeah.
Because a 10-minute phone call is going to do way more for you than a page of information.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to remember that phone call. You are
Yes.
not going to
It's
remember
true.
everything
Yes.
you read. You're
Yeah.
busy.
Me saving every voice
Yeah.
memo.
Yes.
Save.
No, I
Save.
know.
Do you want this to disappear? Absolutely not.
I know.
Absolutely not.
I know. Yeah. Like if you co-sleep, it's for you.
Yeah,
If
it's
you-
and I'm fine. Like
if
I
your baby
could-
sleeps
some
a
of my
little
best
bit.
friends do,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
rock on. I love snuggling my babies
Right.
just because they're sleep trained.
Right.
Are we all taking contact naps with our kids at
Right,
some point?
yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
we are. And so
Yeah.
I even asked Brooks the night before he turned 3. I was like, "Do you want to sleep with mommy?" And he's like, "No, I need my crib to sleep." I was like, what? You need your mommy to
Rewind,
sleep.
rewind.
Yeah, sleep trained too hard. Like Lennon
Yeah.
just walks up to my husband because again, daddy's girl, and she walks up and she's like, "Milk." And he'll just hand her cup and she'll say, "Night, night." And I'm like, she just goes to her room.
Yeah.
She's
I
an
know.
angel.
She's happy in her crib.
Last night I said, "Can mommy rock you?" She said, "No thanks." And I just
Well,
let her
and
in her bed.
I also want to add that I think that it's glorified on social media for moms to struggle. Like,
Yeah,
it's like,
yes.
oh, how hard are you struggling?
Yeah.
Share, and so the ones that are struggling, I feel like it's pushed out more instead of like I'm doing good.
Yeah.
This is like the
I'm thriving.
mommy wine culture.
Yes.
Like I need a glass
Yes,
of wine. It's
yes,
like,
yes,
oh
yes,
man,
yes.
actually I'm so happy.
Yeah.
And
and it
so
can be
I
that
wish
way.
that like Lennon going to bed by herself. Like I wish that was pushed out more because
Right.
it doesn't suck all the time.
Right.
No, not
Yeah.
at all.
It's amazing.
My
Yeah.
kids go to bed and I get a glass of wine and me
Yeah.
and Derek eat at
Yeah.
8 o'clock because our kids are asleep. And like
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
marriage is so good that we're able to
Yeah.
give ourselves
Right.
to our kids the
Entirely,
next day.
yeah.
Versus like month 3, 4, and 5 when you have a newborn. I'm like, why did we get married?
Yeah.
Do we love each other?
Yeah.
Are we
I'm
roommates?
questioning everything.
And it's
Yeah.
like
How
I'm
about-
actually
Do we need therapy?
Yes.
Like,
but it's like
Yeah.
I'm actually so in love with you, but
Yeah.
I'm just really sleepy.
Yeah.
No,
And so-
right. I was like, right now, I want to be the one getting up at 3:30 to
I
go to
know.
work.
Yeah.
I
Let
want
me
to go
out
to
of
work.
here.
I
Let me go to
know,
work
I
and
know.
you stay here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay home, Dad. Yeah.
No, I love it. I love just to see like y'all thriving even in some moments. So thank
Feels
you.
good to be thriving.
Yeah. I
know.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna be perfect. They're not robots. You're gonna
No,
have
totally.
hiccups.
I said that the other day.
Yeah.
Someone said, somebody commented on my video and said, "Didn't you sleep
sleep
train
train.
her?" Yes, I did, and she's not a robot.
She's still
And
a
she's
person.
sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
get out
Right.
of here.
she
And
has 3 teeth coming in right now.
Yeah.
they're
And you're
you
gonna
know,
snuggle your baby.
It's all
Yeah.
about like you said, the knowledge, like knowing what to do
Yeah.
Right.
when she's well. And I
Right.
tell you all the time, if they're not 100%, go get them.
Yeah.
Go love them. Go rock them. We'll
Yeah.
reset in a
Yes.
couple days when
Yes.
they are. So
Yeah.
there's so much more to
Yes,
it.
there's so much more
Yes,
to
there
it.
is.
It has literally 2% with a baby being
Yeah.
in their bed crying. Like that's 2% of sleep training.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
There's so much more.
Yes. Yes.
But well, thank y'all for
So
coming.
great.
Yes,
Thanks for having us.
Making the drive to Paris,
Yeah.
and shout out to our Paris coffee. I got to,
Shout out
Alani.
Sponsor me.
I always tell Courtney how good it is, so I'm glad I
So
got to
good.
slide it in there for you. But thank y'all so much.
Yes, thank
Yay.
you. This has been fun.
That's first
fun.
Sleepy Moons podcast. If you want to have a discussion, a free consultation about sleep training, you can go to sleepymoons.com. There's a link to book a free consultation where we talk about your baby's sleep habits, your parenting style, how I'm going to help you and how I support you through the journey. And all of that is right there. If you decide to go forward with me, then we'll get you some rest. I'm also going to link their handles so you can join in on their content world and meet their families that we've talked so much about. So those will be coming up next. Thank you.